You helped them when no one else would. You gave them your time, your energy, your belief. You pulled them out of their lowest moment with your own bare hands. And somewhere along the way, without you even noticing, they started to hate you for it. Not your enemies, not the people who competed with you or talked behind your back. The ones you saved, the ones who owe you everything. Those are the ones who eventually look at you with quiet contempt. And you never saw it coming because you were too busy thinking that love and sacrifice are always returned. Nietzsche saw this. Centuries before, psychology had a name for it, before social media made it visible, before every second person had a story about being stabbed in the back by someone they once carried. He understood something devastating about human nature. He understood that gratitude is one of the heaviest burdens a person can carry. And most people, rather than carry it, would rather destroy the person who made them feel indebted. Think about that for a moment. Really sit with it. Because the world has fed you a very comfortable lie. It told you that helping people builds loyalty, that sacrifice creates bonds, that if you are there for someone in their darkest hour, they will be there for you in yours. And maybe you believed it. Maybe you lived by it. Maybe you built your entire identity around being the person who shows up, who gives, who saves. But here is the brutal truth Nietzsche would have wanted you to hear. Power creates resentment. And when you save someone, you become, in their eyes, the living proof of their weakness. Every time they look at you, they don't see a friend. They see the moment they were helpless. They see the version of themselves they are most ashamed of. And slowly, unconsciously, they begin to resent you, not for what you did wrong, but for what you did right. This is not a theory. This is something you have felt. That person you lent money to who became cold afterward. That friend you talked off the edge who later disappeared. That partner you supported through their breakdown who left as soon as they healed. You didn't lose them despite what you gave. You lost them because of it. Nietzsche called it the will to power. Not power in the crude sense, not money or status, but the deep, primal need inside every human being to feel sovereign over their own existence, to feel like the author of their own story. And when someone saves you, when someone rescues you, you are forced to acknowledge that for one chapter, someone else held the pen. That is unbearable to the ego, truly unbearable. And the ego, when it cannot destroy the memory, destroys the person attached to it. The saved do not want to be reminded of the saving. They want to rewrite history. They want to believe they were strong all along. And so they begin to quietly reframe things. The help you gave becomes control in their mind. Your presence becomes suffocation. Your love becomes manipulation. They are not lying because they are evil. They are lying because the alternative, gratitude, requires a kind of humility that most people are not built to sustain. And here is where Nietzsche gets even darker, even more precise. He warned against what he called the morality of weakness, the idea that suffering automatically produces virtue, that the helpless are automatically innocent. He believed the opposite, that people who stay weak long enough begin to develop a particular kind of hostility toward strength. Not admiration, not inspiration, hostility. Because strength, generosity, capability, these things remind them of what they are not. And the human mind does not respond to that reminder with motivation. It responds with quiet war. Watch how it happens. First comes the distance. They become a little harder to reach, a little more unavailable. You tell yourself they are busy. You tell yourself they are healing. But something in you already knows. Then comes the reframing. Suddenly, the story of how you helped them starts to change. New details appear. Your motives become suspect. You were not kind. You were controlling. You were not generous. You were making yourself feel superior. They need this story. They need it because it is the only version of events that allows them to feel like they were never truly weak. And finally, if they are bold enough, comes the attack. Open or quiet, direct or whispered into the ears of mutual friends. They come for you. And when they do, people are sometimes foolish enough to be confused. How could someone turn on the hand that fed them? The answer is, because that is exactly the hand they need to bite to feel free. Nietzsche wrote that man does not seek happiness, he seeks power. And he meant it on the smallest, most intimate scale. Not empires, not armies. The power to wake up in the morning and not feel like someone's charity project. That is the war being waged against you. It is small, it is petty, and I.